Super Mario Bros. 3 is one of my favorite games ever made. You know what, I'm not even doing it anymore. Anyways, the last world of any Mario game is usually the hardest, usually being a series of platform levels set in a volcano or a castle or just anything with fire. Super Mario Bros. 3's World 8, however, aka Darkland, is the first world like this of its kind. Welcome to another episode of my level analysis series. Like last time, we'll be taking a look at World 8's layout, aesthetic, and finally a tier list for all the levels. This is also probably going to be the last episode of 2025. Also, I end up uploading in 2026, because in that case, it's the first episode of 2026. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, please subscribe, or also be furious. We're not even 10% of the way to hitting 1,000 subscribers. It shouldn't be this hard, come on! But seriously, please subscribe. And let's jump right in. Alright, first of all, let's get into the layout. You begin by having to beat the first level, 8 Tank. After that, you are faced with a pipe that takes you to an inaccessible area and 8 Navy. After 8 Navy, you have to enter a pipe and risk falling into either 3 of the hand trap levels. Anyways, after the hand traps is onto 8 Airship. Then you have to enter another pipe taking you to 8-1. Also, why is it called 8-1 when it's literally the 7th level in this world? Anyways, after 8-2, you can enter this pipe which takes you to the other side of the map. Cool? Either way, you then have to beat 8 towers, which will then unlock the previously inaccessible area. But I don't really know what the point is if it only takes you backwards. Anyways, after entering one last pipe, you have to beat 8 Tank 2 to enter the final level in the game, 8 Castle. But how about the aesthetic? The land and water here is all red, which fits the fiery theme of this world. There's also a bunch of cool decorations such as flames, skulls, and castles. It kind of looks like an ancient cavern with fires and skulls. It feels very dark, and honestly, I think this is a really cool style. But now it's time for the longest section of the video, the level tier list. World 8 has 11 levels. Starting off, we have 8 Tank. Right away, this level is an autoscroller, which I'm not really a fan of. You begin on a long tank with several cannons and bombs. Then after dodging a burner and a rocky wrench, you have to jump off several tanks while avoiding all the obstacles such as cannons, bombs, and rocky wrenches. After avoiding a giant cannon, you can enter the pipe and defeat the boomerang bro, which is not really that hard. After opening up the treasure chest, the level is finished. Honestly, this one is fine. The cannons and bombs make for a cool challenge, but the rocky wrenches throwing the projectiles can be kind of annoying. I think this level deserves a high D tier. Next up on the list is 8 Navy. This is once again another auto-scroll, however, it does have a cool trick I'll show you later. You begin on a ship with several cannons you have to avoid, along with a few rocky wrenches. After a giant cannon, you jump on the next ship. Then you have to climb a cannon stair and avoid a few rocky wrenches. After a pair of giant cannons and another cannon stair, you have to defeat the boss, Boom Boom. He's really easy to defeat as always. Once he's defeated, you can finish the level. This one is pretty much on the same quality as the last level, however, there is that cool trick I mentioned earlier. You see, this level has this liquid underneath that you can swim in. I don't know what it is, but it's probably sewage. Anyways, here you can swim underneath the ships, although it's kind of tricky to do. I'm personally really bad at it, I can't even go under one ship. Anyways, for that, I think this level deserves a low C tier. I don't want to put it too high since it is an auto-scroller after all. Next in line are the 3 hand trap levels. These are 3 levels that if you step on the world map, there's a chance that Mario will get sucked in. These 3 are each very short challenges based on a certain enemy. The first one here is about different hammer bros, and it's easily the shortest one. You start with a fire bro, and then you have to make your way up some bricks. Then after a slash bro, you can open up the treasure chest and finish the level. This one's fine, probably my least favorite because it's like 10 seconds long. I'll give this one a high D tier. The second hand trap level is next. This one is based around lava bubbles. You begin by having to dodge a bunch of lava bubbles. Then after a big jump, you have to avoid a few more before entering a pipe. After opening the treasure chest, the level comes to a close. Now on the one hand, this level features lava bubbles, which I think are a cool enemy. However, on the other hand, the level feels too short. Had they made it longer, I would have liked it more. I think we have another high D tier. Next, we have the third and last hand trap level, which is based around flying cheeps. This one begins with you having to jump off some bridges before crouching under a wall. After a few more jumps, you can collect some coins before entering a pipe. Here you can open the treasure chest, and the level comes to a close. This is probably my favorite one. If I had to give a complaint, probably the flying fish are kind of annoying and unpredictable to avoid. Maybe they could have replaced them with some monster that comes out of the lava or something. Definitely a low C tier. Back to regular levels though. Next up on the list is 8 Airship. Auto-scroll, you begin by having to jump off some small ships with burners and rocky wrenches. After reaching a semi-solid platform, you have to jump off some more ships before entering the pipe. Here you just have to defeat Boom Boom again. This one's fine. The risk of falling off is the challenge, and it's more exciting than having ground or liquid to land on. I'll put this one as a low C tier. 8-1 is next. Why is it called 8-1 when it's literally the 7th level in this world? I have no idea. Anyways, you begin by having to jump off some pipes with piranha plants. Then after using some bullet bills as platforms and crouching under a wall, you have to jump over another pipe before using the bullet bill as a platform. After jumping on some pipes, the level comes to a close. I really like how challenging this one is. The aesthetic is cool, and the use of piranha plants and bullet bills makes for a pretty solid challenge. I'm also really glad this isn't an auto-scroller, because if it was, then it would have been a lot less fun. Easily an A tier. 8-2 is up. You begin on some hills and then have to avoid a few piranha plants. Then you have to go down a big hill while avoiding some more piranha plants. But then, it's the sun! Yeah, the angry sun appears in this level, so that's cool. Anyways, you then have to bounce on some note blocks before making it up another hill while avoiding more piranha plants. After sliding down a huge slope, you need to bounce on a pair of note blocks before the level comes to a close. This was a really cool level. I don't like how the sun appears at night, but it's probably more annoying by day. Well, other than that, it's pretty fun. The best part, however, is a secret at the beginning. Before the piranha plants, you may stumble upon a quicksand pit. Sticking into it reveals a secret room under the sand with 2 pipes. The left one takes you to a blue room with stairs and a Tanuki suit. The one to the right, however, takes you to another room with 100 coins. These rooms both exit at a pipe on the hill near the end. This is a really cool secret. Not only does it allow you to skip about 3/4 of the level, but it also adds a feeling of surprise when you enter the hidden room under the quicksand. It looks like it'll kill you, but it doesn't. So for that, I think we have another 80 on our hands. Now it's time for 8 Tower. This level honestly kind of stinks. You begin in a room where you have to avoid a bunch of waffles. You then have to enter a door all the way to the right to continue on with the level. This takes us to a sub-area in which you have to do some platforming to avoid some lava bubbles. After that, you encounter a pit. You have to enter a door to the right again, and then enter the door to the right again. This takes us to a narrow conveyor corridor with spikes on the ceiling, so you have to crouch to get through. After dodging a waffle, you make it through a long corridor. Then you have to hit a block with a P switch, causing a door to spawn all the way to the right. Entering this door takes us to Boom Boom. He's a bit more difficult to defeat this time because the floor is a conveyor belt, but after he is defeated, the level is finished. I really don't like how this level can be confusing for new players. I used to get stuck on this level all the time because I didn't know which door to enter. I'll give this one a low D tier. Next up is the second to last level in the game, 8 Tank 2. You begin by having to avoid a cannon before getting on one of the tanks. Here you have to avoid some cannons on the tank, as well as ones coming from the ceiling. After that, you have to get on a tank with rocky wrenches before going on another one with cannons everywhere. After avoiding a rocky wrench, you have to enter the pipe to defeat Boom Boom. This is also the final time you'll be seeing him in the game. This level is pretty much on the same quality as those autoscrollers from earlier. Sometimes the bombs and cannons can be annoying, but other than that, D tier. But now the time has come for the final level in the game, 8 Castle. You begin in a room where you have to avoid Bowser statues shooting lasers at you. Then you have to get to the lift before going down again. After that, you have to climb a long staircase while avoiding waffles. Then you have to do some platforming on some donut blocks while avoiding lava bubbles. Then you have to avoid some more before entering a door. Here you have to get past some more Bowser structures and do some more platforming while avoiding Bowser's fire. Then after entering a door, it's time to face off the main man himself. To defeat him, you have to stand on a brick floor that Bowser can ground pound on to break. Do this 3 times and you can rescue Peach. After that, the game is complete. I love so many things about this level. Firstly, the aesthetic is amazing. The walls have this beautiful orange color that I really love. Secondly, this level manages to be challenging, but not too challenging to the point where I find it annoying. This level also has another route. At the end of the platforming section with the donuts, you can enter a door at the top where you have to avoid some Bowser statues and avoid Bowser's fire while jumping on donut blocks. Then you have to face off Bowser himself again. But yeah, for its fair challenge and beautiful aesthetic, 8 Castle deserves an S tier. I really don't see any other spot for this level. So with all that being said, where does World 8 belong on the Super Mario Bros. 3 level analysis tier list? Well, firstly, it has a really cool aesthetic with skulls and fire on the world map. Secondly, this world has a lot of auto-scrollers. Some of them were okay, but most of them were just kind of boring. The 3 hand trap levels are also cool, but they each have their flaws as well. 8-1 and 8-2, however, were really great levels with some actual thought put into them. 8-1 is a challenging platforming level with piranha plants and bullet bills, and 8-2 contains one of my favorite secrets. 8 Tower was a bit on the bad side, but 8 Castle was just absolutely phenomenal. Not only does it have a beautiful aesthetic, but I also really like the Bowser fight. So for its mixed levels but phenomenal finale, World 8 gets a low A tier on the Super Mario Bros. 3 level analysis tier list. But anyways, that's it for this video. Is the second hand trap level your favorite level in the game, and hate me for putting it in D tier? Let me know in the comments. I don't know why, but for some reason the last episode did not perform well at all. I know that most people are interested in newer games, but come on man, give the past some love. I also want to try doing some A/B testing on my thumbnails, hoping that'll increase the views, but I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you. Oh, and also Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!